With pure willpower, I freed her. Oh, there goes her head. We're gonna need this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is DargonEvo, and today we are checking out the Playmates Tiamat from the new Godzilla x Kong, the New Empire film. This is my first Playmates figure I'll be reviewing, so I'm going to have a little more fun with these, make them a little more simpler. We'll have these in between our S.H.Monsterarts reviews, and Hiya, and etc. So without further ado, let's break this guy down and see if he's worth that $10 price tag, and you can decide for yourself if that you want to pick this guy up from your local Walmart. So first off, getting a look at the box, we have that same box art that we see on all the new Godzilla x Kong figures by Playmates, but spinning it around, we can see the lineup for all of the new monsters, most of which came out in Wave 1. Wave 2, we have the Energized Godzilla, Kong with the axe, which I have yet to find in stores, and there is a Mothra set that I have not seen either. But for the Energized Godzilla and the rest of the guys, we already have them, so I'll be reviewing them one by one. But with that, we have a nice shot of Tiamat, fully articulated and posable. We have a blurb covering the movie, and then we have a blurb covering Tiamat with Submarine in the deep Arctic Ocean. The bioluminescent power of Tiamat pushes back the darkness to reveal intruders like the Monarch, Recon, Submarine. Ooh, very exciting. Well, yes, this is a very simple figure. I'm pretty impressed with it. As with these Playmates figures, I might actually buy two and repaint one of them. I kind of want to get a little experimental, because looking at the back of the package, he seems to be missing paint from his eyes, which is a little disappointing. Now, busting him out of his packaging, just very careful not to cut yourself. Oh my gosh, this is strong. I'm literally ripping him out. This is ridiculous. They don't want anyone stealing this Tiamat. I didn't really want to destroy the packaging, but you're definitely better off with scissors. And then if you eventually cut through that, put your knife away for safety. And since we already pretty much decimated this package, the Submarine's just ready to come out. Here we have the Recon Monarch Submarine, which honestly looks a little bit like a pipe with the way I'm holding it. Flip it around, get some nice propellers on that. Not too shabby at all. Nice little submarine you can use with all of your figures. And then trying to rescue Tiamat, her tail's still caught up in that nest. With pure willpower, I freed her. Oh, there goes her head. We're gonna need this. And she's pretty lengthy right out the package. Just throw them there. So having her reassembled, she is quite lengthy. Her color scheme really pops, though there are quite a few color inaccuracies that you could gripe about. This is a $10 figure, but the molding and sculpt is overall pretty impressive. And with that, for a $10 figure, she is quite expressive. With a face like that, you almost feel bad that she got cut up, but she'll be able to pull off almost any pose that you would want. That's actually why the Hiya Energized Godzilla review is taking so long, is because I wanted to get some footage with Tiamat. She'll be able to wrap around him no problemo. I'm sure a talented artist could paint her just as well as the Hiya figures, that truly make her match into your collection. And speaking of sushi, you can even tear her apart to recreate the scene where Godzilla chops her up in all of its glory. She's made of a extremely soft material, which allows her to be taken apart with ease, which also allows for extended flexibility out of her joints. Though I keep having her head fall off on me. That should give y'all a hint of how soft this rubber really is. Now, getting hands-on with her, you can take a close look at that paint and all that detail. On the inside of this one's mouth, there's some leakage on that pink paint, but overall it looks pretty good. Running down her body, we have a mix of some tan and some purple with that turquoise blue. You've already seen what these joints do. Kind of loose overall, really floppy, matter of fact. You just have these basic hinge sockets for these feet. So they got some decent articulation. They're good enough to hold her up. Getting her on the ground, she does look nice. You can pose her however you want. Really will look good whatever you do with her. Overall, I think her paint is pretty solid for being a $10 Playmates figure. The articulation is actually a little more than what you would expect. I think this new toy line from Playmates, from Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, is probably the best they've released yet. So I've always skipped out on them. But I think these are actually worth collecting. It's a little more common to find at my local retailers than any of the other new figures. So your luck may vary, but I do not recommend paying over MSRP, because these will become available eventually. And hopefully we can see more of the Playmates Mothra and the new Kong from the new movie. Once again, this Kong is also a $10 figure, but I'm not too impressed with it. They have some okay joints, but if these released when I was 10 years old, I would have been more than happy. I think these are great for any young collector out there trying to get into the hobby. This is what she looks like with Shimo. Not too bad. Here's Tiamat next to the evolved Godzilla. They're ready to go toe to toe, as derpy as he looks. I really think these figures complement each other well. And here's Tiamat next to the Energized Godzilla by Playmates, who happens to come with a plane, but we'll get to this guy in a different video. And this is what Tiamat looks like next to the 2019 S.H.Monsterarts Godzilla, who looks truly menacing. This poor Danger Noodle doesn't stand a chance. And this is what Tiamat looks like with the 2019 full atomic Godzilla from the King of the Monsters film, which these figures also go toe to toe together quite well. I definitely want to know what you guys think of this guy down in the comments. If you watched all the way up to this point, I appreciate you watching. A like really helps out the channel, so please and thank you. If you like what you saw, best way to keep up with it is to subscribe. It is free. My name is DargonEvo, and as always, have an amazing day.